What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. I am your cook, Spinelli. I am the self-proclaimed wing king and the prince and ruler of all lemon pepper wings. Now, if you don't believe me, you can go ask somebody ask somebody else, and they'll tell you I am the prince of lemon pepper. So click that link above you. I'm gonna show you how to make the best lemon pepper wings on the planet. Now, in keeping with our uniform Cinco de Mayo series, today I'm gonna show you how to make taco and tequila wings. You guys, this recipe is delicious. You're gonna love it. I already know you want this on your table on May the 5th. And I tell you, you may put it on your table before that, and you're probably gonna put it on your table after that. But let me tell you, you're gonna love it. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. Alright, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. We have our Publix green wise chicken, the star of the show, garlic powder, kosher salt. We're going to use some red pepper, cumin, black pepper, orange, navel orange, or you can use some regular orange juice, but I want to use some freshly squeezed orange juice, a lime, chili powder, paprika, cinnamon, honey, and hot sauce, Louisiana or Pete, Texas Pete, or Frank's, and some tequila. Now, I'm not going to use, I rarely cook with expensive tequila because it doesn't make sense to cook with expensive tequila. So I typically get a little, if I'm going to use a recipe with some tequila in it, I usually get a cheaper version. Now, I don't go all the way down to the poor man's version, but I get a cheaper version of tequila. I'm not going to use Patron to marinate chicken wings or use it as a basting. That's just, it doesn't make sense. So now to put it in your margaritas, of course you want some good tequila when you're drinking it, but for cooking you really don't. All right, so these are the ingredients we're going to use, so let's get started. All right, so I've already measured out our ingredients and cut and clean our chicken. I know it looks like a lot, but guys, stick with me. If you have these ingredients, you want to make sure you lay them out, because this is what's going to make this recipe just fabulous. So what I have here, I have 3/4 cups of tequila, 1/8 of a cup of hot sauce, the zest of 1 lime. I have 1/2 cup of honey. I have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of salt. I have 1/8 of a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice, 1/8 of a cup of freshly squeezed lime juice, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So these are the ingredients, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and combine all 8 of our dry ingredients. I'm just going to dump them in one of these dishes. So let's just take our chili powder dish right here, and we dump everything in there. So we'll take our garlic powder, dump in that. It shouldn't overload. Take our kosher salt, smoked paprika, our cumin, black pepper, cinnamon, and our red pepper. And we're gonna give this a good mix like this. Make sure you combine it well. This is what we have, so let's move on. You want to take a tablespoon of this tablespoon of this seasoning, and reserve it on the side, and we're going to use the rest of it to season our chicken. So let's move on. All right, so let's go ahead and get these chicken pieces seasoned. Now, this is a lot of seasoning, so it just depends on how much of chicken you have. So I'm gonna start off with about a tablespoon for mine. You want to kind of eyeball it. You got a lot of chicken. This is maybe about 1.5 to 2 pounds of chicken. So if you got more than that, you can definitely use more of this seasoning, but we're gonna start off with a tablespoon. And again, you know how I like to do it. I like to eyeball my meat just to see how much seasoning I want on it. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more, not quite a tablespoon, maybe another 1/2 tablespoon. And then I can reserve some of the rest of this for another recipe. So this seems like this is going to be enough for me. So I'm gonna give this a good mix. We should be good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and get these transferred over to our baking sheet. All right, so I've already lined our baking sheet with aluminum foil. Now I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. That way our chicken doesn't stick to our grates, and also the aluminum foil helps for easy cleanup. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and move to the next step, and we're going to start placing these chicken pieces onto our pan, like skin side down, half an inch to an inch apart. Try not to overcrowd your pan. All right, so this is what we have, so let's move on. All right, so I've already preheated our oven to 400 degrees, and we're gonna let them cook for 45 to 50 minutes. Now, I typically keep my wings in there for a minimum of 45 minutes. Typically, I do it for about 50 minutes because I like mine a certain texture, which is crispy. So you can leave yours. If you normally cook your wings for 30 minutes or 35 minutes, hey, be my guest. I don't cook mine that short of a time because I like crispiness in mine. I don't like soft skin. So you can leave it in there as long as less time as you feel comfortable with, but I leave mine in there for 45 to 50 minutes. So, but we're gonna turn them over halfway through the cooking process. All right, so let's go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back, and we'll start preparing our sauce. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start preparing our sauce. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to add our tequila and our hot sauce, our orange juice, lime juice, our honey, our lime zest, and our tablespoon that we reserved of our taco seasoning. And we're going to bring this to a boil. All right, so now it looks like it's coming to a boil. And as soon as you see it hitting that boiling temperature, you want to go ahead and reduce your heat down to low. And you want this to cook for about 20 minutes on low. All right, so now our 20 minutes are up, so we're going to cut this off. And the sauce, as you can see, the sauce is a little bit thicker. Now, if you want to add some cornstarch to thicken it up, you can. I don't want it to be a thick sauce. I want it to be a light, just a light coat over the chicken, but it's going to thicken up as you allow it to sit here and thicken up. But what we're going to do is we're going to brush this about 10 minutes from the end of the cooking time. We're going to brush it over our chicken, then let it sit, then let it cook for 5 more minutes, turn it back over, and then brush the other side, let it finish cooking for 5 more minutes. Then we'll be pulling those wings out. All right, so let's move on. All right, so here is the finished product for our taco and tequila wings. Take a look at this. This is very hot, guys. Let me see if I can hold this up for you. You can take a look. Look at that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get these bad babies plated up so we can begin eating, because it's way past lunch time for me. Guys, what you can do is, like I say, I've already brushed this sauce on it, so there's no need to put them in a bowl and add more sauce to them. But what I am going to do is I am going to brush them lightly with some more sauce. That way we get a little of that flavor, because the sauce is cooked into it now, but of course we want a little bit more additional flavor. As always, we like to keep things seasoned to the T. All right, let's take a look at that. All right, and I'm just going to take some of our tequila sauce and I'm going to brush our wings with some of that tequila sauce. This is what you want. All right, let's move on. And there you have it, guys. Taco and tequila wings. Another delicious recipe for Cinco de Mayo. This one you definitely want on your table for Cinco de Mayo coming up. And matter of fact, you're gonna want this on your table way past Cinco de Mayo. Take a look at that. Excellent recipe. Look at that, still hot. It's falling up the camera. I did leave the measurements and the ingredients in the video description below, so you can go check those out. If you don't have any of these items, of course you can click the links in the video description below and go and pick them up from Amazon. Also, if you want to be official, I'm talking about official, go ahead and check out that All Wings Everything store. Go ahead and pick up your All Wings Everything shirt and also a Wing King t-shirt. That's going to make you official. That's the uniform you want while you're cooking these wings. I'm telling you, it's going to give you some type of superpowers. You're not going to understand it until you put it on. All right, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If it's your first time here, won't you consider subscribing, because this is what we do. We make easy appetizer recipes, and we also make good wing recipes. And until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli, All Wings Everything, and I am out. Peace.